Welcome to Witch Yes, the Minisode.
I'm Alicia Herder.
And I'm Terra Keck.
Hi.
And we're really small today. Mini.
We're so tiny.
Bite-sized. And I'm very small.
We're so tiny.
This is a Minisode.
Hello.
I'm getting smaller. The witch's curse.
Oh, no.
So what are we talking about today?
The elements.
The elements. Astrologically, specifically. You know the elements. Elemental witches.
You guys should know.
You guys, please.
Please know. If you guys don't know, I don't who are we talking to? I don't know.
So something we've referenced a lot, I feel like, or at least I reference a lot on the Witch Yes podcast Instagram, is the elements in astrology.
Mm-hmm.
So there are four.
There are four: earth, fire, water, and air. So the things that I mention a lot in life, Avatar the Last Airbender. Same rules apply here.
Basically.
Except
no one's the avatar.
I'm the avatar.
I mean, you can...
Can I be the avatar?
I guess we're all the avatar because our charts are filled with multiple elements.
Whoa.
But you can be the super avatar.
Okay, thank you.
If you were an avatar, which avatar would you be? I want to be Avatar Kiyoshi.
Oh, dude, she's pretty awesome.
Dude, she is. Her eyeliner, oh.
I would want to be Avatar Roku. He had a fucking dragon he flew on. Do I need more than that? Like...
Happiness is just one dragon away.
Essentially. And also, I always just wanted to be a fire sign. And I'm so watery and Scorpio that it's just my dream to be a fire sign.
It's that Leo rising.
It is. I just want to act out fire sign all day.
This absolute facade that you've been putting on, Alicia, we can all see it.
I'm literally just smoke and mirrors. It's who I am.
Okay. So, wait. So you want to be a fire sign. So the fire signs are what? They are...
Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Ow, hot.
Spicy. Hot tamale.
Hot tamale. We're derailing.
Wait, so what's so good about them? I don't get it. I'm afraid of them, honestly.
Good. I mean, I love them. I love the intensity they bring to certain situations. Their personality traits are very passionate and dynamic. Some temperamental, but you know, you're a fire sign. Like, you gotta be a little temperamental. Self-sufficient, which I love that. I love an independent woman. Spontaneous, bossy. I get called bossy all the times. And that for everyone, that's B-O $Y. They can also be a little selfish and have like an overdeveloped ego, which, I mean, it's great to have confidence, isn't it? Doesn't that sound nice?
CONFIDENT. That's me. I'm confident.
Yep.
That
was it. That was the song.
I've been practicing.
You're really good. You're really good. Let's do that for karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be good. We should just do girl bands. She's so excited. She couldn't say anything. That's how excited she got.
Okay, so tell me more. Because honestly, I've kind of avoided... Well, my brother's an Aries, and we didn't have a very good relationship for most of our lives. So
I mean, he was very fiery, and you were very watery, and just didn't match.
And we brawled.
And you brawled. And it sounds dangerous.
My mom told us that we couldn't watch, well, mostly my little brother, but we couldn't watch Dragon Ball Z together because afterwards we would become too violent.
Oh, that makes sense, though.
From all of the fighting.
Yeah.
So then I would just kick Sean out of the room and told him he couldn't be there and that, you know, I could because I'm, like, mature.
She was the older one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's why. / mature, the mature one. Well, fire signs are enthusiastic and sometimes a little bit larger than life, but it's just like a fire that is left unattended. So, you know, they're great and necessary. You need fire to make food, to be warm, to live a great life. But if you like live in California, fires can kind of burn out of control and destroy everything. Yeah. So you just gotta watch yourself as a fire sign.
And also you should watch the fire signs around you.
Sashi should just watch any fire. Ever. That is our thing. If you are a 12-year-old witch and you're like, I'm gonna light this candle, have a responsible adult around. Or a fire extinguisher. Mm-hmm. But those seem difficult to work.
They look heavy.
They do look heavy. I don't know how I would have done with a 12-year-old. I probably would have thrown the fire extinguisher at the flame. No! And then shrank down to be a small witch.
But it also seems like fire can burn out quickly if you don't feed it. So it's like the idea that oftentimes I feel like fire signs need a lot of energy or attention, or they need to continue moving and producing. And if they're not doing that, it's very easy for them to lose oxygen in the movement of their life.
That's so sad.
Isn't it? Just looking at some of the fire signs in my life, when they start to stagnate, they do not respond well to that. Even being held down in the same place. Let's talk about Sagittarius, where they're very hard to hold down.
Sagittarians.
Fucking Aries, if they are not moving as fast as they can, they start to feel like they're worthless. Like they get really down in the dumps.
Very antsy.
Yeah, antsy and anxious. And then Leos, I mean,
God bless.
When they are not, I don't want to talk shit, but like when they're not fed the attention that they feel like they deserve.
They are so hungry all the time.
They're so hungry for attention and love. And it's like when they don't get that, there's something inside of them that just kind of crumbles a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Case in point, Harry Potter is a Leo. And remember when he didn't get all the things he wanted and how upset he was about that? Some Leo shit. Be happy for your friends.
What a poo-poo baby bitch.
Like, oh, I'm sorry you're not head prefect. Like, fuck off, dude. You just like saved everyone from the Dark Lord. I think it's going to be okay.
So something that I found was that fire signs may have a hard time recognizing their emotional needs, especially those emotional needs that they may not be proud of. They have a hard time being seen as weak. They have this sort of notion that I don't need to self-care. I don't need to take care of myself because, you know, I'm this, this, and this, and I'm moving so fast, and I've got all this energy. And it's like, if you do not take the time to slow down and, you know, check in and sort of think introspectively, I think there's a lot of toxicity that can kind of fester there over a long period of time.
That makes sense why my rising sign is a fire sign.
So another thing that I read was that they often have to be trained for compassion and trained to have a deeper understanding of other people, which, like, I don't necessarily...
Oh, they're like a puppy.
Well, yeah, they do. Please don't poo-poo in the dining room.
Don't poo-poo here. Please don't poo-poo at all.
Please just go in the toilet. No, but it's like, I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like a lot of the fire signs that I know well are extremely compassionate. Like, they have a lot of compassion for other people, but I think they have a hard time understanding the actions of other people. Sort of in my conversations with the fire signs in my life, I get this overarching idea where they just like, they don't understand why someone's being like this. They sort of experience aggression and dismissal in the face of like complicated social issues where they're just like, well, that's just like this other thing. And you know, that person is just stupid. Or it's anything that has to do with subtle emotional issue. They're just like, well, I just don't have time for this. They do that for themselves, but I think they also do that for other people. And they can kind of forget that some circumstances require more of a passive approach because it's so easy for them to take an active approach, right? Because an active approach is going to give you instant results. Yeah. Whereas a passive approach is going to slowly feed out into your life.
Instead of one big drama bomb all at once. Yeah. Tinier drama bombs along the way.
Well, like what? That big drama bomb is very satisfying because you get that closure.
You get that closure sooner.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
Versus holding it in and like slowly letting it out, even if the other person isn't quite ready for it yet. Yeah. Well, fire signs, you got some work to do.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy. We should end every element with that. Go to therapy. But I don't know. I love fire signs. I still want to be a firebender when I grow up.
You'd make a good firebender, especially with that black hair. That's
How do firebenders make money?
That's very Azula. What? How do firebenders?
How did they capitalize on that? Well, I guess they were rich.
I mean, they were conquerors.
Yeah.
So it's just like they took the resources of others.
All right. Done. Check. Moving on. What's up? Air signs. So who's an air sign?
Who is it?
Who are they?
Who are these people?
Why are they?
What's
wrong with them? Our air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and little Avatar Aang. And they're all about movement and ideas and communication, having objectives, curiosity, which is just being nosy and gossipy.
Gemini.
Socially oriented, cooperative, communicative, which we already put communication. So this is just to reaffirm.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's to reaffirm that they fucking like talking a lot. Yeah, but they can also be a little cold and aloof. And we'll get more into that. Air signs bring everyone a breath of fresh air when things start to get stale. That's beautiful and poetic.
I stole it from the internet.
I love that. Like the breeze. Oh my God, where is this going?
It is a poem that I found.
You can't quite catch them. And you never know where they'll drop you once they sweep you up. So they're like a fucking tornado.
Basically.
Jesus Christ, that makes so much sense. Remember who we talked about is a Gemini? Well, I mean, everyone's a fucking Gemini, you know, but...
Kanye West.
Yeah, but I was going to say our current president of the United States. But Kanye West also fits into this idea
Can't
of
catch him.
you can't put him in a bottle. Like he just keeps going in circles and like around the globe.
He's slippery.
He's so slippery. Most of those Geminis are just so slippery.
So they're known as the connectors of the zodiac, right? Linking up diverse people with new ideas, information, experiences, and with each other. They have a strong tendency to remain in higher spheres, like, you know, that idea of like head in the clouds, where everything is lighter and everything seems possible and bright and wonderful. They may find it difficult to implement their ideas, intelligence, and knowledge into practical things. So we're going to talk later about earth signs and air signs. These buddies are opposite. Air signs are up in the clouds. They're all about ideas and possibility.
But they don't know how to execute.
Oh, yeah. They have a difficult time bringing these ideas into reality or seeing where they can fit inside reality. The most important thing for those marked by air is to stop talking and start doing concrete, practical moves towards fulfillment. So they have this idea, and this is actually really common in like discussions about Gemini, is that they're all talk and no action. It's that they're so flippant that it's like, you know, they're going to do this and they're going to do that, and they have all these big ideas and there's so much going on, and then it's, you know, they don't have the ability to
Like now it's time to do the work.
Yeah, now it's time to do the work because it's easy to just talk, right?
It is for them. It said they were great at communicating twice on that list. That's how good it is for them to talk. But yeah, no, I can get it. So ultimately, you reach the avatar state as an air sign if you have the big ideas and you can also put action to them.
Yeah.
Then you're kind of like, not enlightened, but you're kind of in the top high functioning tier of being an air sign, which makes sense why they are balanced by the element of earth and need like a healthy daily routine. So meals at the same time every day, dedication to a regular sleep schedule, physical activity to remain aware of their physical existence and like in their body. And I guess the biggest challenge for everyone marked by the air sign is to find grounding and understanding the importance of their body, which is very interesting, especially since they are people just full of ideas and brainy things, to actually take that time that like your body and physical presence on this earth needs.
Yeah.
Because it's great to have like amazing ideas. You kind of need to treat yourself well and treat your body well, and like make sure you're eating fruits and vegetables, make sure you're getting some exercise, you're drinking plenty of water. You chill out every once in a while.
A lot of the air signs I have in my life, like my sister, my mom, have a hard time just eating multiple times a day. We talked about Tammy and her single egg for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other day she was like, I had 2 eggs. I'm like, Mom.
That's a great accomplishment for her. She's
doing
a tiny lady.
She's so small. Just had an egg for breakfast. Just had an egg for lunch. Mom.
She will be 110 forever. To the ground. Like, that's probably her goal right now.
I think they can get easily swept away and they forget. It's not even that they're actively trying not to be kind to their body.
Yeah.
It's that all they can remember to do is, I'm just going to have that protein bar. And I cannot possibly, with everything that's going on in my head and everything that's being juggled within myself, be bothered with this tiny small thing. Like
to cook a meal.
To cook a full meal. Multiple things. Bread, salad, and protein.
Protein.
Well, I was going to say...
You're like... That was very indicative that you don't cook a lot.
I eat a lot of Grubhub.
Bread, salad, and the other thing. Dessert.
You can tell I've been eating a lot of dessert recently.
I love dessert. We made cake the other day.
Oh, you did? What kind of cake?
It's like chocolate cake. It was like a devil's food cake. I like to have one dessert thing around. Just cuz. And it cost like $4. So I was like, I'm grabbing it. I'm making cake. And it's delicious. I have no regrets. I am a kitchen witch.
You are a kitchen witch.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I like watching you cook.
I like cooking. That's good. I'm glad I don't cook with like a stupid face on or something. I love to cook. I love cooking.
I love cooking. I beat the eggs.
I beat the eggs.
Oh, this is an audio medium. So next up is earth signs.
Whoop whoop.
Those good boys. They are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn.
Terra's favorite Virgos.
Ooh.
Ooh. Tell me about their personality, though.
Okay, so earth signs are grounded, they're down to earth, slow and steady.
Wins the race, baby.
They do.
They're the little
in my
turtle.
Heart.
Boop, 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 boop. That's turtle walking noises, guys, if you've never seen a turtle. They go boop, 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 boop. boop, boop, when they walk at that speed. When they're racing, at least, you know.
Earth signs are dependable, they're practical, and often have a sense of duty and responsibility to themselves and those around them. They like to keep it real. They are not here for those high brainy thoughts. They are here for the real and now, okay?
That makes sense.
They're considered the quote-unquote builders of the zodiac, whether that's building upon one's job, building upon a comfortable home, or the accumulation of many possessions. They're concerned with the solid and the material, and they love to indulge in the finer things in life.
So everyone who's an earth sign can afford to go to brunch? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's why we need more earth sign boyfriends.
Yeah.
They're prone to being hyper-focused on the surface of things and unwilling or unable to dig into the depths. And I don't think that necessarily means that they won't, but I think that it takes a lot for them to get to that point or feel it's necessary to get to that point.
Is that in terms of emotions or what are you thinking?
I mean, personally, I feel like from the earth signs that I know, they're very hyper-focused on their objectives and sort of like the materialistic viewpoints, but they're not so concerned with the psychic, the intuitive, and the feelings underneath that.
Okay.
The residual meaning underneath that. Where it's like, it looks fine from the outside.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fine. It's clean.
Yeah.
It's
You're doing your
concrete.
thing. You're consistent.
You're consistent.
That makes sense. I get that. So it's kind of like, well, this person's doing everything that they should be doing, and they're doing it consistently, and they're doing it with like the same attitude. So
Yeah,
you're not
she
really
says she's
thinking,
happy.
Yeah.
She says she's happy. So
why should I probe?
Yeah.
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 That makes sense.
You know, she's not crying right now. So like, sorry, I'm going
She
back.
cried last night, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, no, I get that. That makes sense to me. That's so interesting.
You know, I think that they get caught up in their own objectives, that they have a tendency to overlook the feelings of other people. It's like they don't necessarily, if it's not at the forefront
Yeah.
consistently, it's not a concern, or they may not even notice it, you know. Sort of similar to air signs, but it's like air signs are up here and it's like, oh, you know, I'm up here and I can't be bothered with this. And then earth signs are like, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I got things to do, you know.
So it's different reasons for like ignoring your emotional depth or the emotions of others.
Yeah, the emotions of others. And I don't think that
Or I guess the inner workings.
Yeah, I don't think that any earth sign is going to completely ignore the emotional bandwidth of their friends or the emotional health of their friends.
Yeah.
But I think that it's not their immediate concern.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And that's like a very generalized, like this is just, you know, you have an entire chart that goes into what makes you you.
And how you treat others around you.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I like it. It's good. Earth signs can also be resistant to sudden and drastic changes. Yo, me too, guys. So they often make security a priority, and they avoid taking stupid and unnecessary risks. I get that, guys. As someone who does not take security as a priority and does dumb things all the time, I can understand why you guys would be like, I don't want to live that life. This can be read as being stubborn or immovable at times, but it's not because they want to be difficult, but they have certain values and principles that they can find it hard to compromise on. Which I think that almost is like, I have dignity and standards. Which to you I applaud, because I do not. But good for you guys. And then our last bullet point is that it says, not the most romantic, ... which it says you don't agree on.
Well, I don't necessarily agree on that. I think that a lot of the earth signs that I've either dated or I'm close friends with are very romantic, even platonically romantic.
Yeah.
But I think that the way they show it is material, based in the material world.
So they'd make like a real good sugar daddy.
I think so. It's like, you know, I'll take you to dinner.
Oh, I like that.
Because you need to eat.
Take me to brunch.
I'll get you a Groupon because I'm an earth sign and I'm good with my money.
Ooh.
I'm going to get you a Groupon to go get your hair done. Or like, she's like wet, right?
I'm like on seekingarrangements.com right now trying to find a tour here.
But it is, you know, they're not going to mince words and be like, you are the most beautiful. Like, you set my heart ablaze. Like, you're so precious. Like, those kind of words are saved for air signs. Concrete displays of affection. That's, I feel like, where earth signs are.
Will they buy my groceries?
You know what?
Tell me.
I bet you $10 Capricorn buy you some groceries.
Should I call up your dad and ask him to buy my groceries?
Because you know what? If you did, I bet he'd be like, whatever you want.
Oh,
If you texted my dad and you were like, "Hey, I'm really sorry and I hate doing this. I just need $50 because I haven't had a vegetable in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 days." Sorry,
That's okay, guys. I had a vegetable last night. Don't you worry. A tomato. Why are you laughing?
single tomato.
A single tomato.
Tammy is a single egg kind of woman. Alicia's a single tomato kind of woman.
Imagine if we mixed them together, though. Omelets,
Ooh,
frittatas.
call her up.
Like, Tammy, bring your eggs over. Let's cook.
All right, on to our final.
Did you save the best for last?
I did.
I'm assuming after our Zodiac episodes, once we talked about Scorpio, everyone just stopped listening to us.
Because everything after that, we were like, who are they? Where are all these people? I've never met a Capricorn in my life.
Minus your dad.
Yeah, like a lot of people.
Like a lot of people.
After I listened to that episode, I was like, fuck, like, Leah's a Capricorn. A lot of people in my life.
Yeah.
My sister's an Aquarius. Casey's an Aquarius.
And we were like, we don't know any. Moving on. Next. All right.
Okay, all right.
The water signs.
That's the wave coming in. Dropping in. I'm dropping into the wave. Taking the pipe. Oh, God. That's a seagull. God.
That's an air sign.
Bye.
Bye.
So water signs. They are what?
Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces.
The best ones.
The best ones. So, do you want to tell me about their personality?
Well, I just talked about myself. So
Okay.
I'm really intuitive.
Okay.
I'm very emotional.
Yes, you are.
Some say I'm ultra sensitive, but really I think it's just about taking the time to take notice.
Mom?
I'm introspective. I'm empathetic. Sexy.
I noticed that there are no negatives on this list you made. Tell me about that.
Anyway, so water is No. Focus up. Okay, so this is my understanding of it. Water is a formless element on its own. And that's why those with this sign are so quickly shaped by their relationships to others. I think that they flow easily in social situations and in sort of cup themselves within already existing systems very easily.
Mm-hmm.
But they do need a lot of time alone to understand or sort of remember who they are outside of that. Because I think it's very easy for a water sign to
Just mold.
acclimate and mold, right? And then it's like you need to take time away to rediscover or sort of reshape yourself within your own bowl of your life.
My own little fish tank.
Your own little fishbowl. So the nuances of feeling experienced by water signs could lead them into the arts. As writers, musicians, and actors, I feel like they help others make sense of human experience. So, and this also happens in everyday life because water signs soften the edges of the mundane by padding it with emotional meaning. It's like they find meaning and understanding in simplest of moments.
Do you think that can also lead to it being a little bit detrimental? Like finding too much meaning in things? I feel like I've had a lot of like dating relationships where I look 20 times into it.
Oh, hyperanalyze.
Yeah. And it's like, no, he paid for dinner because society expects him to. He doesn't actually like you.
Oh my God.
You know, things like that where it's like, oh, okay.
Well, I think that water signs are considered, quote unquote, notoriously perceptive and that they have this sharp instinct when it comes to sussing out people and situations, and they let their gut guide them versus their head. And I think that this makes them far too reliant on their hunches and sort of their instincts.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, you know, they're really good or really perceptive of nonverbal communication.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I feel like you and I can have like mental conversations just looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
But
She just said a lot to me. We had like eye contact for 2 seconds and like, woof, gotta take this to therapy with me.
But it is, I think it's like, you know, you're so inside of your head and you read into everything that it's like everything becomes a sign.
Yeah.
You know?
Which that's good.
I
guess
bet
it
he
helps.
loved you.
That one night, that one guy bought me dinner.
Oh,
I'm sure he did.
I bet he did.
I'm sure he loved me. Something else must have happened. You know, your like ex-girlfriend calls out of the blue. Like some shit like that.
I bet in 10 years he'll message you on Facebook and just apologize.
God, I hope not. How obnoxious would that be? We just had a conversation with our eyes.
They're also broody as fuck. And I think it's very easy, sort of jumping off of that, it's very easy for water signs to live exclusively within their own psychic landscapes. I feel like I'm so easily whisked away, sort of swept away by my own emotions.
By the waves.
By the waves of feeling that sometimes it's hard to navigate them. And I'll just live inside that for so long. And then I have to go to work the next day and I'm like, I don't know how to be human.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about how it's like, you're not sure if you can put on that work persona again.
Yeah.
The flesh suit that is the work person.
Hello. Welcome to blah, 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 blah. It's nice to meet you. The fake ass shit we gotta do every day just to have a job. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I can do it. I might have aged out of it.
Aged out of being perky.
Aged out of being perky. Shit.
And people pleasing.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been the elements.
Earth, air, fire, and water.
Together, form together. And heart.
And heart.
With our powers combined, we can be maybe one full functioning adult.
But since that's not how the zodiac system works, we will never be functioning.
No, it's just, the wheel keeps turning.
Thank you for listening to our TED Talk. We would like to thank Marcel Pérez, our producer and editor, Mallory Porter, our creative director.
Love that girl.
And Kevin MacLeod, who does our music for our intro and outro each week.
You can also find us on Instagram at WitchYes. And also, it would be super helpful if you would go onto iTunes, Apple Pod, or whatever you listen to us on, and like and subscribe. Rate us if you can. Give us 5 stars. Anyway, this has been
WitchYes,
the Minisode.